Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I hope that you guys are enjoying the rest of your weekend and gearing up for a great week as students get back to school and some of you get back to school to teach. So spring break is over, but that also means that the mix is back on, which I'm so excited about. I love a Wednesday off, but let's be honest, I'm a creature of habit and I don't know what to do with Wednesday nights when I'm not up at a church. So I'm excited to be back, excited to see you guys, and just reconnect with our students. And in honor of being back after spring break, in honor of it being in the middle of March, we are going to have some fun with March Madness. I don't know if you guys keep up with college basketball like my husband and I do, but March Madness, when it is that time of year, that is all that is on TV, and that is what we talk about. So we love March Madness, and we're going to have some fun with it at the Mix. This Wednesday night is going to be Jersey night. Come wearing your favorite sports team memorabilia. It can be, like, it doesn't have to be college basketball. It doesn't have to be basketball. It can be soccer. It can be tennis. I mean, it can be bowling. It can be hockey. Whatever team you love to support, just come and have fun and wear a jersey, wear some sports gear, and have fun on Jersey night. So that is happening. Also, along with that, we are doing some sports tournaments, and Russell McCarthy is actually going to be leading out on the basketball side of the sports tournaments, whether it's knockout, three-point comps, whatever it is. He'll recruit a couple of you guys to head outside now that it's light outside in the evenings, and just help with that, recruiting students to play, getting students involved. He'll have a stack of gift cards to give away to the winners, all that good stuff. Looking at also having cornhole, life-size Jenga. We can even do something with 9 Square, all sorts of fun stuff just to have a good time between 6:30 and 7 o'clock and just play up that March Madness tournament style feel. I'm working on also having some free food, things like that. So we're going to have fun. I'll give you all the Instagram image so you can have that on your Instagram. You can post it to Snapchat and Twitter and whatever else. Just text it to your students. Just let them know what's going on and get them involved in March Madness in Jersey night. Along with that special aspect of the night, we are also undergoing a pretty big stage reset because of Easter. So right now, as we speak, the stage is being torn down and wires are being reset and lighting is changing. And that means that come Wednesday, we're not really sure what the stage is going to look like, what our capabilities are going to be, especially with the busyness of this week with some stuff happening on Tuesday evening at the church as well. So due to that, we are going to switch up our night a little bit. We're going to have 6:30 to 7 o'clock, the regular hangout time, the fun, all of the tournaments, the sports tournaments happening. But then we're going to hop into the service where we're going to have a little bit of an abbreviated worship set just because we're not really sure what the worship capabilities are going to be at that point. And then from there, we're going to play a game. It's called Catch the Baloney. I'm really excited about this one. And then we're going to hop into our series, our new series. It's called Into the Wild, and it's going to be a 4-week series, and it's going to span the life of Abraham. And we're going to talk about 3 main points. And this week, we're actually going to use that as an intro. And I'll just get up after the worship and the game and all that, and I'm going to introduce this series with a quick 5-minute snapshot of the life of Abraham, hit some of the major points, and then send everyone into small groups. And so instead of 15 minutes of small group, we're actually going to have upwards of 30 minutes of small group is our hope. And that's one thing that we are really looking forward to incorporating as the year progresses, is either beginning or ending our series on Wednesday nights with an elongated small group so that you guys can really dive into things a little bit more. So that is going to happen this Wednesday. Mahogany Ford is actually going to be posting all of our small group material and questions. So she's going to post on GroupMe. So this week when you get that post, it is going to look a little different than the standard structure of small group that we're used to. If you're in an adult small group, it's going to look really familiar to you because it is using the storying method. And this week we're going to hit 3 main passages. They're all fairly short, 4 verses, and then I think maybe 19 or 20 verses. So you're going to be just overviewing those with your group, asking questions. There's not a whole lot of background information to share. Your background, because I'm going to do that from stage, so your background information is really going to be more of, hey, as I'm telling you the story of these scripture of these verses, be thinking through these 3 points, these 3 things, and so that they can begin to bridge the gap and make those connections. But when you get the outline, you're going to see the small group guidelines. You're going to see sharing the background information. You're going to get to group guidelines. You're going to share the background information. And then you're just going to tell the scriptures the way that you remember them. And so that's the challenge for you guys this week is these 3 passages of scripture that are listed on the small group material sheet. Be reading through those, looking through those, and familiarizing yourself, because to tell the stories, you're just going to say, hey guys, I want to tell you about the life of Abraham. And you're just going to tell those scriptures the way that you remember them. You can leave details out. You're not fired. And then you're going to, as a group, rebuild. Okay, what did you just hear? What stories did I just tell? You're going to rebuild the telling of the stories. And then you're actually going to open the Bible. You're going to open scripture, flip over to Genesis, and you're going to read as a group. You can popcorn the reading. You know, different students can read at different times, different portions. Read those portions of scripture, and then you're going to go into the question asking. And then after the question on the praying to close, there's a challenge there. You're going to ask students to think about something that God may be asking them to step into, or something that God is asking them to do. And if they can pinpoint it on Wednesday night, you're going to pray for that specific thing. But if they can't really pinpoint something that God's asking them to do right now, you're just going to simply pray that God would reveal something, that God would reveal their next step. Because this whole series talks about stepping into the wild, stepping into the unknown, and you're going to see, if you're familiar at all with the life of Abraham, that man, like God asked him to step into the wild, into the unknown, and he just faithfully said, like, here I am. Okay, I'll go. And even though he wasn't perfect, even though, oh man, he messed up big time, God still used him in spite of his imperfection. And even though the things that were asked were sometimes really, really difficult and really hard, Abraham still trusted God, even in the hard circumstances, even in the tough circumstances. So it's just an incredible series. I'm really excited to walk through it. And I hope that this gave you some sense of clarity, and that you can just look forward to Wednesday and come prepared and come ready. So as soon as Mahogany posts the small group material, if you have any questions in particular about this week, because it is different, please feel free to message me on GroupMe or send me a text message, and I will totally answer your questions. But I'm just really looking forward to giving you guys and our students a little bit more time to walk through just life stuff as a group, but also to unpack scripture as a group and see how it's really hitting home. So I'm excited for y'all to have that extra time this week, and then the following week we'll be back to normal structure to walk through the remainder of the series. But if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks for sticking through. I wanted this video to be really short, but it wasn't as short as I'd hoped. So I'll see you Wednesday, and have a great first piece of the week.